Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nikki and Carl, and I hope you all enjoyed that session. It was great to see the stuff actually working and live. And as Nikki and Carl mentioned, this is going to be more and more of this is going to be developed over the next few months. And just to give you a bit of insight into sort of how serious we are about transforming all of our technologies, as I keep being told by my bosses, Graeme, you're sucking up 70% of Landmark's development resource. Do you realise that? Yes, I do realise that, and that's because it's so important. So more of that will be coming. We were going to do a Q&A, but I mean we're quite over time, so sort of made a bit of an executive decision in the break earlier. If people want to do ask questions and what have you, we do have the team here, myself, Nikki, Carl, Doug and Mike. We will be downstairs with you for drinks, so if there's anything you want to discuss, whether that be SPN Plus, whether it'll be our timescales, whether it'll be how do we engage on things to get things moving forward, we will be available for discussing those things. Unless anybody has any burning questions now, we can do that downstairs. What's that?
School teacher classes.
Oh, sorry. I need to get bifocals. So, I just want to say a few things in closing, because I think it has been quite stuffy in here. It's quite a small room. I've noticed a few people getting tired, so I'm not gonna take up much more time. I just want to make a few closing remarks. It was interesting to sort of see what we've seen today. So we've heard from Mike and Doug in terms of the change in industry, and especially around AI adoption. And Mike and Doug shared one of the first products that we've developed in Landmark, Contract Pack Vault, which is implementing AI technologies. And I think it's important to note that what we'll do in LVS in the future and as part of our roadmap and through engagement with yourselves is understand how we can use AI technologies to speed up the processes in the valuation world as well. They also talked about the Project 28 Charter and how we can get involved in that. And what I especially found interesting were the two guest speaker slots. So we heard about the government's planning reforms from Lee Findle at WA Comms. It was interesting for me to hear the view about the Labour budget being for the Labour Party, not the country. I think I would agree with that, actually. I also found Ed Griffith's slot quite interesting as well. But I tell you what, between the pair of them, I mean, God, it's bleak, isn't it? I mean, we're not going to see a resurgence in the market anytime soon. And what that crystallized for me was, how much more important it is for us to be working together and playing our part in actually taking control of what we can control while there is a very difficult market out there, because it's not going to improve anytime soon. So that's things like how can we adopt the right technologies together? How can we make the transaction process easier, faster, more efficient together and in partnership around that. And I think that's going to be really important moving forward in this difficult market. And then finally, we heard from Nikki and Carl around Vantage and SPN Plus rather. And what wasn't really mentioned there was, and I'll mention it now, we are aiming to get all of this complete. And by all of this, I mean all of our technologies built and ready to replace data web and existing SPN, and get all of that built and complete, and all of our customers migrated. And again, when I say all of our customers, I'm talking around 250 lenders and around 300 surveying firms, all migrated by the end of December 2028. That's our goal, that's our aim, and that's the program that we're working. And there's a lot of detail and work going on in the background in LVS to enable that to happen. But that's our goal. So the sooner that we engage on those things, I think the better. And yeah, I think that's probably it, actually. So all that remains really is for me to say thank you very much for coming along today. Really enjoyed your company, and we've got some drinks downstairs in the library, and as I mentioned earlier, there's a little bit of money, just a little bit, put behind the bar for some drinks. But I do really appreciate you coming here. I know you're all very, very busy. It means a lot to me that you've come today just to find out a little bit more about what we're doing. We'll do another summit next year as well, and we'll have more to talk about then. But thank you very much. Much appreciated. Enjoy your drinks and have a good evening. Thank you.